Evening all. No respawns. Hope you're doing well. So back at Nordhagen because I like building here. Don't really do much at Nordhagen, so I was like, I want to do more at Nordhagen, so that's why we're here. Plus, it made sense to build right here. Anywho, so this is a greenhouse. Now, this was inspired by a comment on one of my recent videos that I did try and find the comment, but I get a lot of comments, so I couldn't find it, so I can't remember the person's exact name. However, it was a fucking incredible suggestion, which was to actually use, in the USO mod, you get the Fog Condensers from Far Harbor, and basically you can use them as kind of misters for greenhouses. So if that was your idea, please let me know. I actually did tweet out a picture, but I couldn't find it because I tweet too much bollocks. But it was amazing. I get it to the point where I was like, yep, that's going to be my next build. That is quite literally going to be what my next build is, because I like the idea of using now. Let me face this, there are, and I forgot about them, but I'm glad I didn't use them because they wouldn't have suited the structure I was going for, which, by the way, is very simple. This will be a mostly decoration video rather than technically building. But there are hydroponics pieces that you've probably seen in... They're in the USO mod. I'm trying to think which areas you would have seen them in. That little hippie shack near Vault 81. They're there, which you should go, by the way, because it has 2 shots of hits of Day Tripper that respawn every few days. It's awesome. Anywho, also I forget to remove that water pumps when I do the tour. It looks ridiculous. But basically, I'm quite pleased with this. Yes, it's quite structurally a very simple build, maybe because sometimes I have to kind of resist the urge to actually make every structure look weird, because it is easy to just kind of go, right, every single structure has to look unusual. I was like, no, I want this to be a standard looking greenhouse, but with high detail. That's my aim, and that's what I'm sticking to. I really, really love these fog condensers though, and that is such a great idea to have these as a mister. I do take 2 of them, the front 2 there, out because I think it was a bit over the top and I wanted to put more clutter and bullshit. However, those 2 are adequate enough. They're quite noisy, as you can hear. I do obviously have the in-game volume down a little bit, but they are quite loud, and I like that. I did have a little bit of struggling as well. One, with this fucking menu. Good God. I forgot. Basically, I'm looking for the greenhouse tables, and they are in the decorations tab under themes. So this is me I'm just lost and confused. It's fine. Also, incidentally as well, I took me a while to find the greenhouse pieces, as you saw before, because they're actually just still in the... Because obviously the mod dev, Andrew, has added loads of stuff to this mod. Unlock some non-checks one, which is the one I use the most. Sometimes you do have to scroll still, but he's working on it. It's a constant ongoing thing. Also with these rooms, I don't show you me putting the food in because it took me fucking ages, because I use the planters that you can put on tables, but I have to glitch them in and I have a bit of struggling. So there is... Because I wanted to go for this look, there's probably less food in here than I could fit in. Actually, there's barely any. I think there's about 6 carrots, 6 potatoes, and 2 mute food, but it looks good, so that's all that matters. I could probably fuck around and like squeeze more on using various glitches, but I got frustrated, and I was like, no, I want to make stuffs. So I was trying to think of pipes, and I went with the cryo tubes because they work. There's also these little pump ones as well. I went for the white one, the beige one rather. But you can also use, and I was tempted to use the kind of cable conduits that I've physically never used for power ever. I think they come with, I think it was Contraptions DLC, and I've just never used them ever for anything in my entire life. I don't think. No, I think I've used them for decoration, but I've never actually used them as power conduits because, well, they'd be pretty shit at power conduits. So I need a little bit of a front porch thingamajig. Oh, we do love that chop shop. Let's look at the chop shop. I say, Dave, look at the chop shop. Oh, look at it. Oh, I mean, look at the greenhouse. So that's gonna look proper sweet, but like, oh, it's so good. I'm thinking I should probably start walling the settlement off soon. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might do something similar to, what do we call it, egret tours? So that kind of tidier junk wall was... Actually, yeah, I think I'll probably do that because I think it'll suit the aesthetic quite a bit. People have been suggesting me some quite nice ideas recently. Someone suggested I do kind of a sniper's tower, sniper's perch. which I think I've seen a couple in... that would be like a really kind of like short 10-minute build or something, just kind of like decorative one. But I'm thinking of doing that somewhere as well, because that'll really suit the area. So you have any kind of interesting ideas. Things I won't do, just because it always gets suggested every video. I just can't be bothered to go back to Vault 88, whatever it's called. Even to build the underground city that people keep suggesting. Ugh, I might eventually, but I hate that place so much. God. So right, this is really cool. Got my wee sandy bags here. And I use this in my main sanctuary, which I haven't actually shown you guys for quite a while, so I should probably go back there at some point. But it's just a nice way to just kind of make it look like these are buried in the ground. If you go in the USO mod, and there are, in the sign section, there are signs that are actually standing signs. And there, I got the idea from one of those, which actually comes with a load of sandbags buried in the ground at its base, and it just looks quite cool. It just suits more for kind of concrete, I guess, because it kind of makes it look like it's not, because obviously this could be just buried into the sand, but I guess maybe it stops water getting in there or some bollocks, I don't know, but it looks good. Don't worry, I don't show you me doing both, because that would be absolutely inane. So yeah, structurally it is quite simple, but I had to resist. I was going to be all like weird, but I was like, no, because if you go all weird, it's going to look absolutely stupid, and it's a greenhouse, not a rocket ship. So I do struggle quite a bit with getting these in. Why didn't I put that one in the center for? I'm going to replace my center one. So basically, like, these are the ones I have struggled with. So I can place that one on the center, and I forgot I can place that one on the center. So I'm going to place that one on the center now. But what I end up doing is doing this and glitching them in, and then trying to put the food on afterwards. Oh, you're going to see, by the way, if those of you who are astute notice that some of these are buried in badly. I redo them. But I redid them when I was decorating, because it just looked absolutely ridiculous if it's, 20 minutes of me just basically slowly glitching them in. So for some reason, potatoes, they're fine. The potatoes, they're grand, but trying to put anything else in just doesn't work at all. Like getting the food on, so I just end up just not showing you, because it's just such an absolute fucking pain in the arse. Even carrots were annoying. And this one right here, I don't know why I didn't put the main one on, because I only actually managed to fit 2 mute fruit on there. So I think I'm gonna redo that one, and I take the front 2 off as well, don't I? But just not yet. No, right now. In fact. So see, these are quite not too hard, and I am glad we've got these. This is the kind of thing that I just feel that should have just been in the base game. This is one of those things, because I remember when they finally added planters, and for whatever reason we just got those square box ones. And I remember back in the day, was it March last year, nearly a year ago now, and we had the Wasteland Workshop DLC, and we all lost our collective shit, because I remember we got concrete, and that was before I even restarted the game and did this save, because I was still using my old, absolutely massive, the massive Sanctuary of the Giant Wall, which I'm never going to finish, because it's a FPS nightmare. Well, that one, that painful memory I just reminded you of. But yeah, I remember we had those, and on my little tangent here, Miss Planters. Should have had these ages ago. Or should have had mods ages ago, yeah. Wouldn't have been such a novelty, would it? So I'm adding a bit of detail. I like doing this. As a lot of you know, I don't actually need to pillar glitches in. It looks ridiculous. Don't do that. Just place them in manually. It's fine. In hindsight, I should have actually put these in first, and then I could have adjusted the floors so you don't have to fuck around in the way that I'm doing now. But it's fine. It's okay. It looks cool. So I'm going to put this one in, but just be very careful. Also, again, I'm just going to complain about the select all function in this game, because there are times when I'll select all. When I was trying to get some of those planters in, when I redid them the second time, I'd literally have the pillar touching it, and it wouldn't select all for whatever reason. But then sometimes while I'm doing this, you'll just see me select all from like several feet away, and it will just grab everything in the settlement. Because why? Because why the fuck not? It's fine. So we're nearly done. It's gonna be a few more actually, that's not true too. We've got quite a bit to do. But like this is the main structure isn't the fanciest thing in the world, but it looks cool. And it's the actual details and just the design choice, because that was when that person suggested. Again, let me know who you are in the comments. When they suggested, kind of made that point, I was like, oh my god, because I always have no idea what to do with a with a greenhouse, with to make it look unique and interesting. I do want to do a kind of more of a hippie drug lab kind of place, less More things like Day Tripper rather than, you know, kind of a Jet Lab. Something a bit more chilled and kind of something at Sunshine Tidings Co-op, basically. That's where it's going to be. And I want to use the hydroponics pieces that come with the USO mod, but at the same time, it's quite nice to have this kind of thing where it's just kind of a little greenhouse. It's all very friendly and cool. As you can see, I'm just having a little bit of a moment here trying to figure out where I put stuffs. I have to glitch everything in. I've probably built everything in the complete wrong order. A lot of you probably notice I do this a lot, where I'm like, you could have just done that in a different order, Davey. I'm like, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm also conscious, and I don't care if they don't work the fields, but I'm also conscious that my settlers won't actually work these crops. But it looks good, and they'll work them between... See what I mean? Selecting all fucking bloody ridiculous. But they'll work them between... Because it won't be me just hanging out here, like in the same way I do with Sanctuary, so it'll be fine. But realistically, they won't actually work. I don't know if you heard that, someone just tooting their horn outside. What a dick. But yeah, I don't think they'll actually work the crops, or they'll look ridiculous when they're doing it. But it's fine, because it looks cool. It looks cool. Now, what do I put here? Barrels. Lots of barrels. So again, this is a bit more a decoration video. I don't show you, like, the kind of the OC decorator parts that I do, but obviously I do a nice little slow tour so you can see. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of... Because Clutter's hard. I mean, it's in the same way. It's as difficult, or at least as important as, you know, the structural elements, which is why I'm trying to do it. I remember back in the day, pre-mods, before I wouldn't do any junk decoration in my buildings. Remember that? Remember that? Remember Davey just wouldn't do it because fuck off, am I going to do junk decoration? And now I love decoration. I used to hate decoration because it was shit. But I love decoration. I mean, it still takes ages. It's still the annoying part. But it's the enjoyable and annoying part. It's more just time-consuming and frustrating. Nuclear barrels, because you don't know what the hell... You know what the hell they're making in here. What kind of weird foods they have. Unrelated. So I'm going to have, in the tour, a couple of cycle lights at the top. And they're going to be green. Now, I like the looks of green lights over farms. Now, I am very well aware of the science that I should be using a red light, which would promote chloroform growth. But... I don't care. I think the green looks good. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because I always, every time I've used one of those green lights, someone's going, but it wouldn't work though. Well, this is a game using nuclear fusion powered robots. So, they're nuclear bulbs. But shut up, nuclear bulbs. Yeah, but they should be red, no, shut up. Nuclear bulbs. Science. Someone's still going to sincerely, some of you are going to troll and say, those won't work. But someone is sincerely going to comment on this video in the future. Probably not paying attention to this part, they'll just skip, you know, as they do, and they'll just say it doesn't work. But shut up, I like green bulbs. Fucking love green bulbs. By the way, I remember for ages I didn't know we could do what I just did then. Oh, the reason why I caked them off, so that's why I'm not showing that part. But I didn't for ages I didn't realise we could just pillar glitch those, what do we call it, those purifies in. But you can, so it's pretty cool. Now, how I wire up the lights, I was actually able to put the cable, I don't show you because I do it in the decoration, but I could actually put the cable through one of the broken pieces of glass. So I was actually able to attach a conduit. I don't know if I might look up and you can see. So now it's just kind of the final bits and details, I think. Yeah, it is. Just these last few bits here. And then we'll do the tour, and you can see all the stuff I've added. It looks cool. Ah, I love these. This one, I think my favourite looking settlements, currently the ones that I'm looking forward to finishing the most, are Nordhagen and Spectacle Island, because they're the settlements that I've been doing these set piece builds on. So rather than where I've, say, built up a settlement, in a sense, say, what do we call it? What's the one called? What do we call Jamaica Plains, like Jamaica Plains, right? How I just kind of built it up over a couple episodes, or like Mirkwater. This one, every building is a character, is a set piece, and I really, really like that, which is why I'm excited about finishing this one. I mean, look at that fucking cafe at the back, and then we've got my awesome garage. I think I'm gonna have a couple of like guard tower. I think I'll do some like guard tower, sniper tower things. I think because I haven't done a newer, upgraded version of those of mods for a while, so we'll do something like that soon. But it looks so good. Loves it. Loves it. Oh, I think I'll do the walls next as well. I'll try and make... I don't know if I'll put a video on the walls. We'll see. They're probably the same shit. Right, so tour is a come-in. So here it is. So I've added lots of details. A bit of a garden, gnomes. Loads of kind of clutter everywhere. So as I said, so structurally, the building isn't very kind of creative in terms of just the actual, bare bones. Although I have obviously added details with the stairs and that front porch part. However, it's the decoration that makes it really unique, and it feels like a post-apocalyptic farmhouse. And it suits the style of the settlement as well, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I hope you guys like this and gives you a few ideas. Again, the Fog Condensers were not my idea. Whoever it was, in the comments, let me know. I remember tweeting out your picture of your comment going, oh my god, that's amazing. So I will thank you again. But look at this, look at this. In a minute you're going to see, wait for it. You see that planter? I'm going to point out a mistake. See, it's way too far. I've ruined it, basically. Unsub now, man. I've just ruined the entire build. But yeah, I will fix that before I do the full settlement tour, which I haven't done one of those in a while. Anyway, I'll finish the settlement soon. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you lovely people soon. Take care.